Okay, welcome back to the E-Managerial website. I'm Professor San. Today I wish to share with you uh, uh, what is a robust control that we can prevent the password compromise from the malicious attacker. So I define in 20s robust control that can prevent and protect from the malicious attack. So number one is make sure that you put the password with the complexities or require the password length start from 8 to 16 alpha numeric or non-alpha numeric with a combination of the upper and lower case letter plus number and plus symbol. This is the best practice that the password management policy or the rule that require the IT security to oversee on the password complexity or length of the password. So the password you need to identify what is a system type. It can be application level, database level, operating system level, or network device firmware level. So when you come up with the password length, you need to identify what is a critical system and what is a necessary system and what is an important system. So when you identify the system type, so you need to come up what is appropriate password length should be applied for those systems. So the control number two, ensure that application either store the password to the memory nor write them to the disk in the clear text. This is involvement with the application that the developer need to identify what is a risk that store or cache the password in the clear text. So the control number three, use the random string sol as a prefix or suffix with a password before encrypting. So this is the system development method that require the developer how to play smart with the password handling. Ensure that we need to put the strong password mechanism before we transmit the data. So all passwords need to be encrypted before transmit the packet communication over the corporate network. So the control number four is IT security need to enable sys key with a strong password protection to encrypt and protect the same database. So the control number five is never use password such as date and time, spouse, child or pet name or teammate. So whatever involve the password guess that attacker or malicious user can guess your password easily. So the control number six is monitor the server log for the brute force attack on the user account. This is a risk monitoring process that the IT security need to review the system log or security log as a regularly basis. Can be daily, can be weekly, can be fortnightly up on the criticality, up on the system criticalities categorization. So the number seven, log out an account subject to too many incorrect password guess, meaning that involved with the section timeout or the threshold for particular access from the particular source of access. So the system administrator need to identify the section timeout on the access in case of the unsuccessfully attempt login. Failure can be 3 times or 2 times, limitation up on your concern area. So the control number 8 is enable information security audit to monitor and track the password attack. This is a mechanism that IT security need to play smart on how to monitor the password access from the user to identify what is a suspicious event and need to report to the immediate supervisor in case of the suspicious. So the control number 9, do not use the same password during the password change. So the password rule need to tighten what is a historical or password change. So the system need to reinforce or need to restrict that did not allow the business user or staff to reuse the password during the password change process. So the control number 10 is do not share the password even your beloved one. It means that the password rule used only individually, could not share to anyone, even your supervisor, even your spouse, even your sister or brother, even your parent could not share. So the control number 11, do not use the password that can be found in the dictionary. So attacker can use the password dictionary attack to scan whatever that the password can readable, or it means that the word that are contained in the dictionary. This is the vulnerability of the password that set by the user or staff. So the requirement, we need to make sure the password could not found in the dictionary. So the control number 12, do not use the clear text protocol or protocol with weak encryption. So make sure that network infrastructure or the system related method need to apply the latest and best practice or standard or encryption, or we can say the cryptography, to ensure that the data or package are fully encrypted before execution or before transmission over the corporate network. So the control number 13, set the password change policy. It means the password age to only 30 days or less than upon the identified critical system. This is the area that most organizations need to open the channel of fraudulent activity. Sometimes they allow the expiry of the password age until 120 days or 90 days is too long. So we need to reduce the interval of the password expiry. So the net control is avoid storing password in an unsecure location. This is the area that most likely incurred by the staff or negligent staff, that the custodian did not emphasize on the documentation that present the password or present the PIN or PIN generation code. They put in the table and they away on the desk and go to the lunch time. So the fraudster or malicious user can take the document to go through what is a password store. Or we can say another scenario, the engineer can keep the critical password on their personal device or laptop or smartphone when the device was stolen or less unattended, so the unauthorized person can access those information. This is a very common lapses. So the net control is do not use any system default password. So whenever you initially set up the system or deploy the new network device, so you make sure that all network device system need to be applied the security appliance or security hardening to ensure that the security mechanism or security appliance are fulfilled or in place. So the net control is a provide regular training and awareness on a password rule. Also, it apply and so we need to incorporate into the awareness program and provide specifically to the business user to understand what is a risk involved with the password rule or with the password setting. So the net control is use standard password threshold security setting on all systems being accessed by the user. So whenever you come up with the system or module incorporation into the system, so you need to identify what is a lapses that can compromise by attacker. So you need use the standard password threshold security to apply for all system related matter. So the next control is use automate password resetting or maintenance system to manage all authenticity. So this is a mechanism that the system apply the automate security reinforcement to ensure that the client or terminal are apply with the password rule to ensure that the section can be manageable. So the next control is the password should use the two-factor authentication from other area. So for example, you access to the critical system. So the system need to require the two-factor authentication, such as a e-token device or smart card or one-time password, something like that, to ensure that one custodian could not access the system. So we need to maker and checker and authorizer to access the system. So the system may need multi-factor authentication to ensure that the system recognize the authenticity by the authentication metric or identification of the user or the access. So the last control is a keep password rule, setting and security apply and document at a secure location with a strong access control mechanism. So this is an area that IT security need to emphasize whatever involve a documentation that present on a password rule, password setting, PIN, or root account setting. So we need to keep the document in a secure area or keep in a secure cabinet or fireproof. So this is just a control activity that we can prevent from the unauthorized person uh, in order to minimize the risk of the password compromise. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and share.